Hello, Ryda fanboy here, and today I am going to review Kamen Rider Stronger, or as they say in Japan, Kamen Rider Stronga. Now, this is the fifth Kamen Rider series, and it aired in Japan back in 1979, and it consists of 38, no, no, 39 episodes. Now, the first episode starts with these people on some kind of ship. I think it was supposed to be some kind of hoverboard, or anyway, well, they were in this ship. Well, there was this woman who was supposed to be some kind of a tour guide, and she was telling the passengers about the boat. And then suddenly came, oh yes, a group of hijackers. Of course, um, well, most of them were foot soldiers who were some kind of black outfit with a yellow scarf and cat ears. And they're being led by some kind of a monster. And during the hijack, well, I think it was the monster who saw somebody out the window riding a motorcycle on the beach, and the monster was wondering if that's who he think it is. And then eventually, the woman, well, she took out a new form, and talk more about that in a bit. And then in her new form, she oh yeah, start to fight the hijackers. So eventually, the people were saved, and then the monster and his foot soldiers went. And then when they arrived at the beach, well, the guy who was at the beach, he appeared on a mountain, and he did this, Henshin Stronga, and he turned into a Kamen Rider known as Kamen Rider Stronga. And after he henshin, well, see, I don't remember what he said. Oh yes, I think it was like he's having the earth cries out, the people call, the crowd cheers. I am the Senshi of Justice, Kamen Rider Stronga, or something like that. And then the oh yes, and we start to fight the monster, and then the woman who changed, well, she came and joined the battle as well, and then the enemy retreated. Now, the name of the guy is Yoshihiro, and he is Kamen Rider Stronga, and the woman, well, her name is her name is Misaki Yurigo, and she is Human Tackle or Nin, Ningen Takaru. But I'm just gonna say Takaru for short. Now, Yo and Yurigo, well, they are a duo who fights against this evil organization known as oh, Black Satan or Buraku Satan. Now, and then later in the episode, well, we meet this guy, and he has a monster form, which is that is the like a blue cyclops, and his name is One Eye Titan. No, his name is Titan, and he works for Burakusata. Now, eventually, Strongo and Takaru eventually defeat the monster in the first episode, and then by the second episode, we learn how oh yes, Shigeru and Yurigo got their henshin forms. And well, it's revealed that see. Oh yes, Shigeru, went to he wanted to go to Buraku Sultan's headquarters, and he told them that he wanted to be turned into a cyborg. And since they were eager to get a new recruit, decided to go through the process, but first they had to do some tests if his body is capable. And it is, so they modified him, at least they modified his body, and then I guess when he went to talk to the leader of Buraku Satan, well, um, he was told that he must pledge loyalty to the organization. However, Shigeru started to laugh and said that the leader was an idiot because, well, um, he didn't tell them to uh, indoctrinate his brain or to control his brain. So, which means that even though his body has been modified, Shigeru still has free will. And then he henshin into Stronga and started to fight the forces of Rakusatan. And then when he was about to, he went out to leave the headquarters, but before he did, he found somebody in another room, and it was Yuriko. And he freed her and escaped their pursuers. Now, Yuriko said that she is willing to fight alongside Stronga, but Stronga Shigeru. Shigeru said that it's too dangerous for a woman, and then Yuriko made the kind of look like because of what Shigeru said, and then but she told Shigeru that it's not impossible for a woman, and then Yuriko henshin into Takaru. Now, as for the forms of Stronger and Takaru, well, a stronger appearance is based on rhinoceros, a Japanese rhinoceros beetle. And unlike the previous, the Kamen Riders before him, well, his his Kamen Rider head did not have antennas, but he's kind of like beetle forms. And also he had some kind of red chest thing and the black S. And he wore scarf and white gloves and his Kamen Rider head had green eyes. And that's all I can say about it. As for Tokuru, well, her her henshin form is that some kind of a wearing some kind of a helmet, red helmet with black spots and antennas, which also has goggles attached to the helmet. And most of her outfit is just kind of like a red coat and dress. In other words, it kind of makes her look like a ladybug. And of course, Yuriko as Takaru is the first female Haitian hero of the Kamen Rider franchise. However, she was never given a Kamen Rider title. Now, after some episodes, uh, Shigeru and Yuriko fought Burakusat as oh yeah, I remember now. Eventually, we once meet again Tachibana Tobe, who was the mentor of the previous Kamen Riders. And at first, he didn't know who the secret identities of Stronga and Takuru were, but eventually he would learn in time. After some episodes, well, came a final battle between Stronga and Titan. And eventually, Titan was defeated and killed. He died. And when that happened, a new general appeared, and his name was General Shadow or General Shadow. And well, he looks like a mutant from beneath the planet of the, kind of looks like a mutant from beneath the planet of the apes. And he wears something that looks like a fencing outfit with a cape and some kind of helmet, where you can still see his face. And one of his gimmicks was cards. And General Shadow, well, he used the cards to tell the future. So so he know who's gonna die or what. Eventually, there came a funeral for Titan, and at the funeral, this monster or kaijin managed to achieve an resurrecting Titan. Only this time, instead of having one eye, Titan was now given many eyes, and once he became alive again, he became many hundred eye Titan. But as for the monsters, well, just like the Kamen Rider series before, except for Amazon, the monsters in Kamen Rider Stronga are called Kaijin. Now, oh yes, eventually, during those episodes, Yonoru Shadow and Mini Eye Titan became rivals, and they tried to be better than the other. And then eventually, Mini Eye Titan once again got defeated and died. However, a new general took his place, and it was this gaijin from Egypt who looks like a lion, and his name is Dead Lion or Little Royal. And they eventually try to continue on the mission of Rakusatan, and Stronga and Taguru were fighting them. Oh yes, and after so many episodes, well, then there came the destruction of Rakusatan, and well, eventually Stronga met up with the leader of Rakusatan, and the leader had introduced himself in his true form, which looks like some kind of the oh yeah, a skull with a spider's body. And eventually, Stronga defeated the leader of Ragusadan, and then the organization fell. And however, even though Ragusadan was no more, a new organization arose, and it was known as the Delta Army, and it was actually led by General Shadow, and it came with so many new enemies for Stronger to fight. Then after after some episodes, well, we meet this member of the Delta Army known as Professor Kato, and she is some kind of witch who looks like some kind of red rose. However, her power is some kind of she attacks you some kind of cat, a poison cat that is. And there was an episode where well she came across a Takru, and well they started to fight each other, and then Professor Kato, she used her cast on Taguru, which means she's been poisoned. And well, there is no cure for it. And well, and Tobey find out what happened. By this time, Tobey already knows the secret identities of Stronga and Taguru, and well, Yuriko told Tobey not to tell Shiguro about the poison, and because she wanted him to continue fighting without worrying about her. And uh, of course, eventually Shiguro suspects something was going on, and eventually Yuriko told him about the poison, and then no, before that happened, well, in the final battle with Professor Kato, well, Taguru used some kind of a power that she was not supposed to use because if she does it, then it will kill her. But she did anyway, just to save Shiguru. And eventually, she used the power, and not only was Professor Kato destroyed, but eventually, uh, Taguru or Yuriko started to die. And before she died, she told Shiguru what happened, and uh, Shiguru became so sad because she ended up caring for her, and of course that was the end of uh, human Ningen Takaru. And even though she gave her life to save Shiguru, she was never declared as a Kamen Rider. You know, just like how Ryda was given that a Kamen Rider title when he gave his life, but not for Yuriko. And then the next episode, well, Tobei and Shiguru were at a grave that was made for Yuriko, and only that, what happened with her what gave Shiguro more motivation to kill the Delta army. And then during a battle, well, he started to be wounded. However, he was uh, found by somebody, and he was brought to the Penal laboratory, and he met this doctor, and well, the doctor revealed that he was once he used to work for Buroku Satan, but he escaped. And when he said that he told Shiguru that he can make him better and give him a new power to defeat the Delta army. I mean, I just say Delta for short, that's be much faster. Anyway, yes. Well, yes. So during the operation, he implanted something inside Shigeru's body, and then when Shigeru woke up, well, the doctor told him about his new power, but he cannot use it for more than a second, otherwise he will be killed. So the next time, so eventually Chikoro went to a battle, and he entered into Stronga. It became, see, oh yes, and so to fight him, and then decided to use his new power, and he remembered what the doctor said about uh, using it for more than a second. So he hinged in again, only his rider form became different. And he became his beetle horns became kind of like silver, and the ends also became metallic silver as well. And he uses snow power to defeat the Kaiji. And so it was a new chapter in the Stronger series. Now, after a few episodes, let's see. Oh yes, well, during a battle, well, a surprising thing happened. You see, I think it was yes, when after Kamen Rider was fighting a Delta member, we find a mysterious figure. Oh, it turns out it was oh yeah, Kisame Shoro, also known as Kamen Rider VC3. And well, the reason he came back to Japan because he was he was fighting enemies in Egypt, but then one of his enemies arrived in Japan, and this one was called General Marshall. No, no, Marshall Machine. Yes, that's it. Yes. And eventually, yeah, Shiguro met up with Shiro and no, Shiguro, yeah, and Tobe, yeah, Tobe was there, and he was glad that one former writer, I mean, yes, the one of the previous writers arrived. And then in the next episode, we see the return of, oh no, but that also in that episode, Marshall Machine met up with General Shadow, and well, Machine told Shadow that something interesting is going to happen in Japan, or as they say over there, Nippon. Now, into the next episode, we see the return of, let's see, oh yes, oh well, Kamen Rider X and Kamen Rider Amazon. Of course, I never seen like the Kamen Rider X series because I wasn't able to find the full series of it within the subtitles, and only 2 episodes of Kamen Rider X are available on YouTube within the subtitles. But I like to watch the whole series through. For Amazon, yes, that I already seen, and I even reviewed it as well, so you can check that video out if you haven't already. No, and also Tobe met up with them as well, and even Shiguro met up with them as well. And then the episode after that, we see the return of Ryda. Now, when Kamen Rider BC3, it was shown that Ryda gave his life to save Japan as well as the entire world. But how he the explanation of how he came back, well, from what I found out about is that his return happened in a movie special, but I haven't seen it, so I don't really know exactly how it happened. Now, see, and then the episode of that, we see the return of the oh yes, Hongu Takeshi and I think Imada Hayodo, also known as Kamen Rider Ichigo and Kamen Rider Nigo, the Kamen Rider from the original series. And I bet how surprised fans were when they saw it back when this show was running. So we now have all 7 Kamen Riders, at least the ones who were during the franchise original run. Here, now there was a now Shadow. Well, after so many Delta members dying, well, he went to see what happens, to know what the future holds, and what he saw disturbed him, and from what he saw, it revealed to be his death. And he said it couldn't be. So what he did is, in order to kill Stronger, as a way to avoid his death. and then Stronger and Shadow fight each other, and of course, well, Stronger won, and Shadow was killed. But before his destruction, his last words were "Long live Delta," and Shadow exploded and died. Now, during these last few episodes, well, the end of each one revealed the second phase on the mountain, which kind of shows there's stuff going on over there. And then we get to the final battle, and well, the mountain with the face, well, it started to get up and had its own body, and then, oh no, before that happened, well, all the Kamen Riders were on their motorcycles on the way to would end to the whole thing once and for all. And then when they got to the mountain, well, the one with the face, well, it sort of get up and it had its own body, and then it started to fight all the Kamen Riders. And now, technically, it was useful for a mecha to be used in action like this. However, uh, this the idea of having a superhero using giant robot in Japan, at least the one made by Toei, well, the concept hasn't been made yet. I mean, yes, Core Ranger was Human the Core Ranger was going around the same time, but the whole mecha thing, or the concept of Japanese superheroes having a mecha wasn't found out yet. But eventually, that will come a few years after this series finishes run. But anyway, they did fight the best they can, and then all seven riders, well, they went inside. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that during the battle, well, the the voice of the Space Mountain said that all seven riders recognize his voice, and of course they do. We have Shoka from the original series, Destro from VC3, this Okanichi called Gado from X, Keton from Amazon, and of course Baraku Satan from Stronga. And this was the same guy who's been the same enemy who's been causing trouble for Japan ever since the original series. Now, originally all yes, seven riders went inside the mountain, and they finally see the enemy's true form, which looks like some kind of brain with an eye, with one eye, and stuff with tentacles attached. And then all of them fought this guy, this thing, and destroyed him. And that was the end of the evil that's been causing so many trouble for the riders as well as for Japan and the entire world for so long. And, and then at the, at the end of this episode, well, we images of Kamen Riders in their previous stages were being shown. And then at the end of the episode, well, the narrator said that as long as there is evil, the Kamen Riders will eventually fight it. And then the episode as well as the series end, and that was the end of Kamen Rider Stronga. Now, what do I think of this series? Well, yes, it did start to like a bit, eventually. I mean, not so much like I'm going crazy about it, but yes, this bit. And Well, even though I saw like a little bit more than the previous one I saw, I still haven't become a Kamen Rider fan, at least of the entire franchise. Need to watch more, before I make anything official. Now, as for whether children can watch this series or not, well, you see, there is this scene that there was an episode that has a scene that where one of the gaijin does something. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's not something that children should look at. Even though this show was meant to be viewed for children, I mean, yeah, viewed by children. Well, the standards for what can and cannot be in a children's show in Japan, well, it's different than it is in America. So if you're a parent, then you might as well have to watch the entire series yourself before deciding to let your children watch or not. And also, so yes, that's my review of Kamen Rider Stronga. And also, please subscribe to my channel because that will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.